welcome to my new booktube. I'm Lauren and I'm so excited to be doing this. I've been thinking about doing it for a while, so I officially am. To start off by doing a book tag just so you can kind of get to know me and know my taste in books. I actually got these questions from Sarah Crowley. Just watched a recent video and it kind of inspired me, so that's where these are from. Okay, best book of 2025 so far. Definitely I have to say The Favorites. I gave this 5-star. It's definitely a 6-star read for me. I loved everything about it. I could not stop reading it. I think I read it in like maybe 1-2 days. I don't remember, but oh my gosh, I was obsessed with this book. I literally still think about it and how, like, I don't know, just the drama. Oh, it was so good, and I really wish I could find another book like this. And I loved just like the kind of, you know, like the documentary format that it has. I really like that, and I don't know, it just was such a good book. So definitely the best book so far that I've read this year. All right, the next question is new release that I haven't read yet, but I want to. That'd be One Golden Summer by Carley Fortune. I've read 2 of her other books. The only book I haven't read so far is, let's see. The only book I haven't read by Carley Fortune is This Summer Will Be Different, and I was kind of hesitant to because I feel like I kind of had, you know, that book had mixed reviews and I don't know, but like the cover of this is beautiful. I really enjoyed, I just read Meet Me at the Lake like a month ago and I really actually liked that one. So when I saw this came out, I was super excited and I'm so excited to read it. I literally just got this and I've been hearing everyone talk about it, so this is what I'm definitely most excited for. All right, the book that was the biggest surprise for me, I would say, is The Love of My Afterlife. I honestly went into this book and knew absolutely nothing about it. I tend to do that quite a lot. I actually prefer to go into a book not knowing anything about it because then I just have like no expectations. And that's usually when I like them the most, so I don't know. But this one blew my mind. This was like an absolute 6-star for me. I think for me, why this one was a big surprise is because I wasn't sure how much I was going to like how like kind of different the plot was, but that's actually the reason I like it so much is because it's just so different. It's not the same as like those kind of cheesier romance books that you can get to, like where they kind of start sounding all the same. And I think when I read that, that was kind of the point I feel like I was at. I was like kind of tired of romance books because I just felt like I kept reading them and they kept feeling just the same, you know? Yeah, definitely the biggest surprise for me. All right, next is my favorite debut or new to me author. I'm honestly not sure if this book was her debut or if she's just new to me. Like I said, I'm not sure this is her debut, but it's Lauren Conley. I really liked this book. So I'm excited to read more from her because like I said, I don't know if she's debut, but I did like her writing a lot, so. All right, next is a book that made you cry, and this book honestly shocked me when it made me cry. Great Big Beautiful Life. There were so many mixed reviews on this. I was a little hesitant to actually read it because I love Emily Henry. And I really loved Happy Place. This would definitely be my second favorite Emily Henry book behind Happy Place. This book, I literally just finished this last night and I was bawling in my bed reading it last night. And the ending of this book, it just got me, and I did really like this book. All right, next is a book that made me happy, and this might surprise some people, but it's actually The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. And I say it made me happy. It did make me cry too. But I say it made me happy because if you've read this book, you just know. Like, it's just so sweet. I'm just a big empath, so it really like, I just loved reading it and I was smiling through like the entire ending and crying and just everything. Next is the most beautiful book I bought this year, and I had a hard time picking this, to be honest. I kind of picked 2. I probably could have picked more because there were some very beautiful books. But the 2 I picked is Promise Me Sunshine and The Summer Rebrand. Like, just look at how pretty these are. And I'm probably picking them right now because like it's summertime and these just give me summer vibes. But like the sunsets, like everything I love. So definitely the prettiest books I've bought this year. Next is a book that I need to read by the end of the year. And this one is Red Rising. I bought this book and was super excited about it, and I still am. But then I started reading it one time, and it just like, I mean, yes, it is a science fiction book, so, you know, it's a lot, but like a whole map to understand the like place, and then just like some of the words, like you really have to be like all in when you're reading this book, and I just haven't had the time to be like all in on a book. So this book has not been on the top of my TBR because it scares me a little bit, to be honest. All right, next is how many 5-star reads I've had this year, and I've had a lot. I've had a good year this year. I've had 8 5-star reads this year, which is really good. I've been very picky about reading books that I think I'm going to actually really enjoy, and if I'm not liking them, just being like, not gonna finish it and having no regret in doing so. So I think I've gotten lucky with having that many 5-star reads. That's also been a little bit outside my comfort zone. One of those was a science fiction book, which is kind of a newer genre to me. So I'm kind of proud about my 5-star reads. Some of them have been a little bit unexpected, but yeah, I'm excited for more. I got a whole second half of the year and so many more books that could be 5 stars. So that's all the prompts for the book tag, but I'm just gonna go through a little bit of questions about me. My favorite genre is thrillers, which is unexpected because when I first started reading, it was all romance, and I for sure thought that was gonna stay the case, but it has changed since I started reading. I have become obsessed with thrillers. They're just so fast-paced, and yeah, I don't know, I just started really liking thrillers. Romance are still up there, like it's definitely like neck and neck of my favorite genre. So those are like the top 2 I read. Probably my least favorite genre, I don't read fantasy. It's just not my thing. Even like fantasy movies, I just don't really care for. I don't know why. I think it just causes like, it just uses too much brain power, and when I'm reading, like, I don't know. I don't know. I read to escape, so I think if I have to like use too much of my brain, that I just like don't feel the book too much. I guess it depends on the book, but fantasy books tend to be longer too, so then I'm just like really like having to think a lot, and I just, not really my thing when I'm reading. A genre I'm not very comfortable with still is historical fiction. I have right here, The Nightingale, and I've also read The Things We Cannot Say, which is historical fiction. Broken Country is kind of like considered historical fiction a little bit, but I'd consider this more like general fiction because it's kind of like a mix of ones, like romance, thriller, like historical fiction. But really like these 2. I have Daisy Jones and the Six, but like I consider this like a little bit different. I'm talking like main historical fiction. Really these 2 are like the only ones I've really read since I've gotten back into reading, and they were okay. Everyone loved The Nightingale and it had such good reviews, but I don't know, it just felt too long to me, and I was a little bored. And so I was with this one too. I was bored with this book too. So I think historical fiction just might not be my jam unless it's like historical fiction with like a lot of other sub-genres. Is that bad to say? I feel bad saying that, but historical fiction is not my thing, I think. I think that's what I've concluded, that maybe historical fiction isn't for me, which makes me sad because Kristen Hanna has such good reviews and all her books are like highly rated by so many people. They just are long and they kind of bore me. I don't know that I feel it. So that was it for my book tag video, my very first video on my booktube. I'm so glad you guys have come and visited me, and I hope you stick around and you subscribe, support any way you can. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. I'll see you next time.